You're my pride, it got the best of me to hide my insecurities. So don't you ask what I meant, no. Hot and nice, like you're so cold. You say so, watch you go. If I told you I was wrong, would you say this meant for long? If I told you that I love you right, would you stay here? If I told you I've been blind, would that even change your mind? If I told you you were worth the fight, would you stay here?
Of this setting of Beyond the Donut. Begins now.
Got your memories on my pillow.
We're five. We're five. We're five. I'm 5 years old. We're live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of
Beyond the Donut.
15 days.
Yeah, thank you, Layla, for kicking us off with that beautiful song.
Start over.
No, I'm cool.
All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Layla Paris, she's our friend from back.
Is it elementary school?
Yeah, elementary school, Tri-City Days.
Tri-City Days.
She has quite the music following. She works pretty hard in LA to do what she does. So go give her a like, go give her a follow. We're gonna check in with her, and she's gonna give us some tips how musicians are holding up during this coronavirus. And yeah, it's crazy. Day 15.
Yeah, 15
made
episodes, 15 days.
This is awesome because I've been waiting to go out, and I can't wait to go karaoke at Larry's. I got plans down in San Diego tonight.
Matt, it's been extended another 30 days.
What has?
The social distancing thing.
No, because the 15-day spread, that was by the White House, and the 15-day spread is over now.
Oh, yeah, but we're also in California, and California didn't set an end date.
Sorry, this is my date. Wait. So that would mean that California's like on lockdown or something.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing we've been doing.
No, but Argentina's on lockdown. We're doing the 15 days end the spread. So I'm a little bit confused here. I have plans tonight, and I thought the 15 days was over, so I was good to go out and do whatever I want. Obviously, maybe I might do some social distancing, but the 15 days is up, so...
Well, no, you shouldn't cancel your plans, but you should download Zoom, and you can do it the date through your computer, because we have to stay inside.
That doesn't make any sense. If I would have known it was going to be that strict, I don't know if I would have...
Started a YouTube channel?
Wow. Wow. Wait, so that would mean we'd have to do 30 more episodes if we go by what the White House is saying.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be possible, folks.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that anymore.
No, I've kind of forgotten who I am in isolation, which is the opposite, I think, of what's supposed to happen.
It's interesting because when we started this, guys, we wanted to raise awareness around the issue. Now that people are starting to clue in and they're starting to understand what's going on, we have a reference of 14 other videos where you can find out today's top stories, thoughts on social distancing, and how to continue on throughout the next coming months. But this isn't just a 15-day thing. This is an ongoing thing. So we're going to free up a little bit of our time. We're not going to be hosting episodes every day anymore. Not only is it hard to arrange the music, the guests, but it's also hard for us to go through each story and make sure that we can present it that same day to you with our best foot forward.
Yeah.
So we're taking a step back, and what do we have planned for the future, Garrett?
Well, we're going to kind of reassess, kind of look at what schedule works kind of for us and what still needs to be kind of put out there, make sure we're hitting the real important things that, you know, like Matt was saying, the foundation of everything we needed has been laid out, and most people understand now. Most people are coming to acceptance of what we got to do. And so moving forward, we want to make sure that we're serving our community with our best interests in mind and with their best interest in mind, bringing you the best content possible.
Yeah, straight up. When we start to get into some of these beautiful forms of healing, especially the holistic ones, we want to bring them with a point of gratitude, a point that shows respect and love for our community. But a lot of this is just figuring out how involved we can be, not letting our egos run the episode and letting them happen naturally. And that's what we're really excited about, to give you guys that content just a little bit more naturally, rather than waking up in the morning trying to get to the episode together and then, Yeah. Was that good?
That was good.
Let's hand it over for some facts and stats and get this episode rolling.
So since this is our 15th episode on the 15th day, I just wanted to kind of contrast where we were and where we have been. Again, this is from Johns Hopkins University and the San Diego Department of Health. Minutes ago, there were 3,487 cases in the U.S. So on day one, which was March 16th, around the world we had about 181,000 cases. And in the U.S., we had about 4,226 cases. Today on March 30th, which is day 15, we have 775,306 cases, 37,083 deaths, and 164,435 have recovered. In the U.S., we have 159,184 cases, 2,945 deaths, and 5,595 have recovered. In New York, we have 66,497 cases and 1,218 deaths. In California, our numbers are still going up. We got 6,495 cases and 135 deaths. In San Diego, we have 515 cases and 7 deaths. And around the county, the numbers have stayed about the same.
So the United States went from 4,200 to almost 160,000.
Probably over that by the time the episode comes out. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why the social distancing policy is staying in place. Dr. Fauci kind of described it, that what's been kind of normal to see is that it doesn't really go up much on the graph, and then all of a sudden it accelerates, and then it just shoots up. And so we've slowed down that angle of going up. We've decreased it a little bit. And now we're just kind of writing it out. The virus is making the timeline, not us. And so that's what's going on. Yeah.
Congratulations for you guys if you're tuned in now. I listened to a pretty cool TED Talk with Bill Gates. That was good. If you're going to go all the way back 2 weeks ago, Joe Rogan, that was what really got our gears turning. If you guys want to check those things out. If you're looking for today's top stories, just look at the news. Okay. So our first guest, we have a really nice report. We got 3 tips for all of our homeschooling. This is going to come from my really dear friend Carolyn. Carolyn I met through the Oceanside Surf School. She and her entire family were such a great part of the building blocks of this school. Not only was she a great client, she encouraged me. She, being a teacher of teachers herself, was a big mentor this last summer when the Oceanside Surf School was getting started. So thank you so much, Carolyn, for preparing this video. Let's find out how we can do that homeschooling these days.
Hey guys, thanks for reaching out to me about what to do in these crazy times with homeschooling. As you know, we have been homeschooling since August. We've spent the year away from our permanent home in the East Bay. We went to a surf town, a city, and a ski town, and now we're back in Oceanside, our surf town. We've had a lot of fun with our 4th grade and 7th grade boys. And we'd love to share just 3 ideas with you for what to do if you have a TK through 8th grader in your home and suddenly you're doing learning at home. So first and foremost, don't freak out. Your kids will still get to college if that's your goal. Their chances of getting into a great school are not jeopardized. They will still have strong careers. They will still be great citizens in our society, even if they and the rest of the country have a challenging time with the next couple of weeks of learning. I think all the teachers know that. The teachers have their own kids that are in the same boat, and we're all in this together. So don't freak out about whether or not they're getting the right amount of learning. Which brings me to my second piece of advice, which is just keep their brains going, keep the wheels spinning. So especially when it comes to reading and writing and math, I'd say keep those as first and foremost, and have a couple of routines that they do each day that keep that brain functioning going. So for reading, maybe they're reading their own books, maybe they're reading to you, maybe you're reading to them, something that is just getting them enjoying the printed word and interacting with it. For writing, they might be able to do journal writing. Maybe they grab a pencil and paper, maybe they have a notebook, or maybe they can even type something online if they haven't done that already, to help them get thoughts onto the paper, getting it from their brain out their hands, or hand into the pencil or into the computer, and translating those thoughts into a printed word is a really powerful exercise. And any practice with that can be done on a daily basis is going to continue to help keep those neurons firing and keep those brains working. And then for math, I'd strongly recommend making sure that your children, if they're TK through third grade, that they're developing their automaticity with math facts. So if you have flashcards, or you play some sort of a game where you're just calling out, 5 plus 2, or 49 divided by 7, etc., and they can give you some answers. The mental math is extremely stimulating. You can also go online. You can download some worksheets if your teachers haven't supplied them already via online curriculum. And for upper elementary and middle school students, Khan Academy is extremely useful, very, very valuable. My last piece of advice is have a schedule every day that works for your family. So some families have both parents or one parent working from home. Some families only have one parent and can't give a lot of attention to the kids during the day. So talk the night before or the morning of, and write down how it's going to work for everybody. When are going to be the meal times? Who's involved with preparing the meals, cleaning up the meals? Who's helping with the dishes? Who's helping with the laundry? Who's helping with any general upkeep of the house that needs to happen? When will working or learning be happening in which places? Who'll be involved in how? When is it time for play? When is it time for exercise? And talking about just what works for everybody for that day in the family. It's really powerful to have that speaking and listening experience as a family, to get to know each other more, get to know more about how each other works, how each other thinks, and what each other needs. And it's incredibly validating and affirming to children to know that their needs and their wishes have been heard, and that they will feel safer and more secure with you. And you'll probably end up having a lot more sanity in your day if you know that it's going according to somewhat of a plan that you can adjust on the fly as needed, but it'll feel a little bit less chaotic. I have more tips and suggestions at alwaysmakingmemories.com. That's my website where you can learn a lot about how homeschooling has gone for us since our foray into it in August until now. And would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments, would love to reach out. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day and stay well.
Thank you, Carolyn. That was
really helpful.
Yeah, that was really helpful. Thank you for really getting that information out there. It's totally something that we support here on Beyond the Donut. So Garrett, I was looking up flights. I mean, round trip flights to Tokyo right now for the Olympics. I mean, Dylan's wedding next month. Like,
well, Matt, you might want to hold off.
This is gonna be a cheap like life for me right now. I've got like $150 to like round trip to Cancun and back.
I mean, yeah, it would be cool to be in Cancun. There's just no one's gonna be down there.
Why not? The 15 days is over. 15 days slow the spread.
Right. Remember the virus makes the timeline?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
yep.
Okay. So, what do you think about Coachella then? Because I found some really cheap tickets for Coachella.
Well, it's been moved to October.
Oh.
What did you buy them through like a third-party app or something that you can get your money back?
Oh, man. This is starting to be too real. I found this person in a social distancing forum in Facebook, and I thought social distancing meant finding parties to go to socially that were further away from my immediate location.
Oh, Matt. No, we've been explaining it on the show for 15 days.
Speaking of Olympics, we have Sabrina from Argentina, and she is a professional downhill skateboarder. Now, we featured her on the show before. She had a really cool workout video, but she actually sent us in her personal video to let us know what's going on in Argentina.
Hi guys, this is Sabrina reporting from Argentina, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the situation here. So we've been in lockdown for almost 2 weeks now, and that is a period of time that the president initially intended us to be in quarantine for. But now everyone's talking about maybe that it will be extended for another 2 weeks, and it makes a lot of sense because people are a bit desperate. Over here we have a very, how would I say it, very loving culture. So we hug, we kiss, we drink mate, which is basically like a tea that you drink through like a straw and you share it. So we usually get together and drink mate with friends, and I think that the spreading of the virus is inevitable if we get out of this quarantine now. And also, not to sound like a character from Game of Thrones, but winter is coming. So this is a bad combination for us. So government is talking about extending the quarantine for 2 more weeks, which makes a lot of sense. I've been in lockdown for 1 extra week because I had I was in contact with someone that came from Spain and did not respect the quarantine. And back then we had no idea how serious this was. So now basically I kind of understand how it was a smart move to stay at home right after I found out. And so it's going to be probably till the end of April that we have to be in lockdown, and maybe more. And I think lockdown is working. I don't know, like there is a very low amount of official like cases, like the official numbers are you know, pretty optimistic. But then again, me myself, I don't usually trust anything that is being said on, you know, the media. So, well, hopefully this period of time that we stay in lockdown, in quarantine, it's gonna be good enough for the virus to spread slowlier, and it'll come, you know, the time for us to have the vaccine and things can go back to normal. And hopefully we will look back on this time and just remember it as, you know, the moment where the whole world, you know, humanity got together to fight something external to them. And maybe we can, you know, keep this feeling of togetherness a little bit longer, hopefully. So thank you guys for all the hard work to, you know, just keep everyone informed and happy as well. And hopefully everyone's gonna watch my YouTube video and do some home workouts that are really fun. My legs are really sore. Have a nice one.
You didn't actually buy tickets to Tokyo, did you?
Thank you, Sabrina. That was a great report. Yeah, it's cool because Sabrina is hopefully going to continue to give us some updates on what's going on in Argentina. As we do create some of these cool Zoom groups, as we're starting to do yoga online. I'm starting to see like 4 people are going live all together on Instagram. Yeah, that was
pretty cool.
We did that with Kim Yi like the second day of this Slow the Spread.
Yeah, it was cool too because then a bunch of our friends, mutual friends, they didn't jump on live, but they were there commenting. So we were having conversations with Kim and everyone in the comments.
Yeah,
Cool feature.
Yeah. So find a social group. If not, start following the musicians that you love. They're doing live feeds to check in.
That's what we want to do. Montage
a lot. Seriously,
montage.
So check it out.
Rylar,
montage.
Several years in a minute montage. Yeah, every day together in one. The pages are done. It's a Rylar Rutz montage. Rylar Rutz montage. He's coming out. He's coming out. He's coming out right now.
So, I'm going to show you all the pieces of art that I've created within the last week or so. So in episode 10, my very first episode where I made art, I made kind of 2 parts. And then episode 11, I showed this painting of always be positive and always be happy. Probably Matt's favorite painting that I made.
Thanks, Ryan. Shout out.
So, the moral was none of the circles are perfect, nobody's perfect, and the lines, the things that keeping us together even though nobody's perfect. I created this piece of art where always be grateful for what you have, don't get more. And then last episode, my actual figure art piece, the R2D2 painting that was on last episode. That took me a little bit longer than the other paintings.
Thanks, bud.
2 slots left, and if you get your name picked, you will win either a Berries and Cream hoodie or a Berries and Cream baseball fitted shirt. So make sure you subscribe and comment and like.
Thanks, bud.
Isn't he just so cute?
Cut that out.
Nope, we're keeping that in.
Okay, so the next thing I just want to go over, guys, we're going to be back on Friday. We're still going to do a news report. We're going to do it every Friday. Okay, so we're going to take it out with Layla Paris. She is going to give us just kind of the musician's practice during this lockdown procedure, what she's doing to not just keep her voice healthy, but keep her mind healthy.
My name is Layla. This is a totally different video than I normally do, but obviously crazy times in the world right now with the coronavirus and everybody having to self-quarantine. So I thought I would combine some of my favorite tips and tricks to basically optimize and make the most out of this time. I'm a singer, so I work from home a lot of the times, and I think when you're first getting used to totally switching your lifestyle, which most of us are, it's really disorienting, but I started applying these strategies for myself, and I think that they're very helpful. So hopefully you get something out of it, and if you do, please like this video so I know whether or not I should keep on making videos like this. And yeah, I hope this helps. So the first tip that I have for surviving and optimizing the quarantine is to create a schedule that you actually stick to for yourself. So waking up at the same time every day, trying to go to bed at the same time every day. Ideally, if you can, to wake up early so that you're waking up with the sun and being part of your circadian rhythm. But then after that, I every night get a piece of paper and compartmentalize my day into 3 sections. So morning, noon, and night. And so for my morning routine every day, it's basically the same. I wake up and the first thing I do is fill out some daily gratitudes and then get some kind of workout in. So today for me, that was mostly just like stretching and a little bit of dancing, but usually I either go to the gym. Since there's no gyms available right now, I'll go on a long walk or something like that. But I basically make my physical activity the priority of my morning, and I have my coffee and all that. And then for my afternoon is when I get my main work objectives done. So for me, that could be like creating content, sending out emails, just like tackling all of my business stuff. And then for my night routine, I try to have that to be similar as many nights as I can. So for me, that's setting aside time to listen to music, to cook. I have on my whiteboard actually all the things that I want to do just for like my personal self. So I try to do some things that I feel like will help me in my personal journey. So for me, I'm trying to learn a new language. I love learning new skills, whether that be like painting or any of that. But I try to actually take time to prioritize like personal things that I'd like to do at night. And then another trick that I do is I keep the lighting in my apartment to be very dim so that my body will naturally get tired by the time I'm ready to go to bed. My second tip is that it's so easy when you're at home to feel like you want to get some kind of sense of community, but instead of getting community, really what we're doing is just like wasting time on our phones. So for me, I've been using this a lot in the last couple days, and that is this app called TimeSuck. I think they might have changed the name to Phone List. So it's either Phone List or TimeSuck. But one of my friends created the app, and basically you can add your friends onto the app, and it's almost like an accountability. So you'll set a timer for anywhere from not zero, but like 1 to 60 minutes. And then if you don't pick up your phone in that time period, it'll reward you. And if you do, it's like, oh, we're gonna tell your friend that you didn't do it. So I actually think it's really helpful and awesome. And then my third tip is to embrace solitude. So it is a little bit disorienting, especially for somebody who's extroverted like me, to all of a sudden know that you're not gonna see your friends, you're not gonna go on any adventures or events or anything like that. But I think that restlessness comes from when you don't want your reality to be your reality. So instead of trying to fill the void, if you just embrace it as like, this is gonna be a 1 day, 2 week, 1 month period of getting to work on myself, then actually you'll learn how to celebrate the solitude and optimize it and enjoy time with yourself. Because I'm sure you're an awesome person that would be fun to hang out with. So yeah. My fourth tip is to try to break up the day and go on long walks, especially since this is a very isolating time. I've been going on walks and calling my friends or family, my grandma, trying to basically delegate time to hang out with people at the same time as like burning off steam and exercising. Normally instead of calling people, I just like listen to audiobooks, but I do think that like in a time like this, it is helpful to call friends and hear that everybody else is going through the same experience. My fifth tip, I actually already mentioned, which is like set aside time to learn new skills. So I have a bunch of skills that I just want to learn for the sake of it. A lot of them are really funny and kind of embarrassing. But some of them are like learning a new language, and that's not a priority in my life, but I think that it actually improves the quality of your life because it's pushing you to expand your limits, which I'm all about. One of the things that I did recently on that front was I started a book club, and because of the quarantine, instead of meeting in person, we've been meeting on Zoom, and it's actually so satisfying. When we did it last week, we were all cooking in the kitchen and having dinner together, but we were all in different parts of the country. So it was amazing. Like you felt like you were with your friends in the kitchen, but you were in your own home. And my last tip is to lower your expectations, but set new goals. So for me, it was a little bit disorienting the first week of this quarantine because I had so many meetings that I'd been looking forward to for forever that were supposed to happen that week and ended up getting canceled because the offices got shut down. And that's kind of disorienting, especially when you're like banking on those meetings happening. But obviously the world isn't over. We're all going through this together. And so for me, I thought it would be really helpful if I just have patience and put those on pause, but like set new personal goals. So I've been really challenging myself to think about things that I can do to actually utilize this time and make the most of it. And it's been good. So I hope this helps. I know it's a very different video than I normally do, but if you like it, let me know and I will make more. Stay safe and stay healthy, and best of luck.
Thanks, Layla. We appreciate you sharing that with us. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, Layla. We're going to take it out with her music video now. Make sure you check out Layla on all her socials that are listed below. And then we're going to check in with my buddy, Chef Boogie Grow, Mountain Core Zone. Boom.
Spent my days trying to build these walls, 'cause I thought I knew the answers and I didn't want to let myself fall. Now you're gone and it's all my fault. Yeah, my pride, it got the best of me to hide my insecurities. So told you yes when I meant no. Hot and I took it so cold. Young say so watch you go. If I told you I was wrong, would you say this meant for long? If I told you that I love you right, would you stay here? If I told you I've been blind, would that even change your mind? If I told you you were worth the fight, would you stay here? One night and I want you back. Got your memories on my pillow, and I don't wanna wash away what we had. And I know that I messed things up. I never say just what I mean. I swear I'll fix up everything if you come back. Told you yes when I meant no. Hot and I took it so cold. Yelling say so watch you go. If I told you I was wrong, would you say this meant for long? If I told you that I love you right, would you stay here? If I told you I've been blind, would that even change your mind? If I told you you were worth the fight, would you stay here? Would you stay here? One more night, so I need to make you see that one more time you're gonna stay with me. Told you yes when I meant no. Unmasked, it's so cold. Yelling say is watch you go. Whoa. If I told you I've been blind, would that even change your mind? If I told you you were worth the fight, would you stay? Whoa. Would you stay? Whoa. Would you stay here?
How y'all doing? It's Mountain Corazon with another spoken soul poetry. The fool in me. For the fool I was, not listening to my intuition, cause I thought a free meal was a better decision, though it did not amplify my well-being. For if I see myself in a greater light, the food I prepare shall be of my own might. No longer will I give my power away, for 'tis the day I thrive as I may. Superfoods such as maca powder and SIE help me to achieve. Writing poetry with ease. The foods I put in are of organic, things which do not make you frantic. Passion for cooking keeps one good looking, for the amount of sugar and salt is of one's fault, for not reading the label can cause one to become disabled. Take back your own power and cook for oneself at any hour. Handling your own ingredients gives one their own achievements. As I took the coast